Hello! How's it going? Welcome to the live stream. Sunday, again at 2 o'clock. Today, if you're watching in this replay, we are going to talk boots. We're going to talk fly fishing kits and fly tying kits. Well, let's get to her. Okay. First of all, this subject has been bothering me for a while. Hello! How's it going? Welcome to the live stream. Sunday, again at 2 o'clock. Today, if you're watching in this replay, we are going to talk. See, the nice thing was I had to use the computer before. I had to use this to watch the comments because for some reason they weren't coming up. It didn't tell me how many viewers I had. It didn't tell me any comments that were coming up. It didn't tell me any of that. So now I can look up at the computer and see the comments. And hi, Dayton Wagner. How's it going, man? How's it going? Welcome to the live stream. Anyway, we're going to talk about, first of all, something that's been bothering me for a while that I had to get to you because a lot of you guys watch this channel for fly tying, man. I get a lot more views on fly tying than I ever did any fishing videos, which we're going to discuss that later, is about to change. Fly tying kits, I noticed that if you get the stuff that comes in one of these beginner fly tying kits, the vices aren't bad, but you can get a vice for 10 bucks, and some of these kits are like way overpriced. They give you sub-power hooks. They give you materials that aren't the best. It's like they're leftovers that they couldn't sell, and they put this box together. I don't know how they come up with it. They don't give you good hackles. They don't give you all of what they really want to give you. Should be giving you is good stuff. Hey! Hello, Canada. Nova Scotia. Hey, man. I got a question for you, by the way, from Canada. Do you guys got monster brook trout there where you are? I was watching a video the other day when these guys in Canada were fishing with mice patterns for monster brook trout. That is cool. Man, that sounds like a blast. I'd love to check that out, man. Hey, Yvonne. Trust. I don't know. I'm terrible with names, so if I mess it up, sorry. I'm terrible with it. Nice. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. But anyway, did you catch? You can let me know later in the comments and I'll get back to you. But anyway, these fly tying beginner kits they give you is really right in certain areas. That's awesome, man. I'd love to do that. Mice pattern for Monster Brook. That's amazing. Our brook trout here and all the little cold water streams are just, you're talking real little, or they're pretty, but they're not very big. I mean, you could get them big if you go to the right areas, but it's hard. Jewel Jones says, hi, Russ. I'm back again from Camberton, Northwest Wales. Wales, wow. Jeez. You guys from all over the place. Canada. I got the name right. Mostly big browns in my area. Yeah, right on. Monster browns in other places in the area. You know how we get monster browns in Pennsylvania? And I'm not kidding. I mean, you get them that are, like now we took one of my local creeks that we fished a lot. If you go back and look, Penns Creek, they just named it Class A wild brown trout, which means they're not native to anywhere in the U.S. You guys all from all over the world know that. It's not natives here. But we call them wilds when they grow up in the water and they're born here and they grow up in that watershed. So we got a lot of, they called it a Class A wild brown trout creek now. So that's how we get big browns. And most of the big browns that are stocked, like if you see pictures of some of the ones that we catch, these guys raise these German brown trout in special hatcheries, and then they buy them and they put them in their local creeks. And that's how you get some of the monster browns in our area. £8, 26-inch brookie. Holy crap, man! That's awesome. I would love to be able to do that in our area. Maybe I'll have to get up to Canada. Here, I got a question, okay? You can answer this. I have two. It's been 10 years since my last. I think it's about 12 years since my last. But when I was younger, dumb, I got 2 DUIs. Does that keep me from coming to Canada? Can you answer that question? Because I cannot find an honest opinion about that. So get back to me on that one. Anyway, get back into this fly tying kit. If you are new to this channel, or maybe you just got into fly tying, I hope you didn't buy a fly tying beginner's kit. Because it's better just to go buy, if you're going to buy a kit. And by the way, if you guys didn't notice, I am using very generic, wait, let me show you. See this? Zoom in on this, baby. Camera, doing a pretty good job. Can't beat Canon, they're awesome. They don't pay me to say that, but see that vise? That is not even, you can't even get one that crappy now. They give you something a lot better than that in your beginner kit. That's what I've been tying my videos with. Because, okay, I gotta, that's what I've used in my videos. My tying videos so far this year. You guys are like, you guys don't have any. Oh my word, I got so many comments I gotta read. Oh, yes, we do. I'm from Canada. We got name right. Okay, I find out. Thanks, please. Ontario, man. Dayton Wagner. If that's where you're from, Ontario, that's awesome. 58, see, man? 50. So what I did, okay, you guys, I'm sorry. The guys that are keeping up with my channel, watching these live streams, know that 2 weeks ago I came out with a video and said I'm going to be posted twice a week. What happened? Tuesday I was supposed to post, internet went down, was gone, and then I was sick for a week. Couldn't, oh man, I'm still kind of sick, so if I cough or hack something, just bear with me. So what I did is I just got done all weekend. I spent all weekend. I got up with Trace at 2 o'clock in the morning and started making them, and I got 5 videos made. So what I'm going to do is I owed you 4 because I was supposed to do one Tuesday and Thursday of the week 2 weeks ago, and last week Tuesday and Thursday, and I didn't make them. So I did 5. So I'm going to post one Monday, one Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week. There'll be a tying video every day. So tell all your people to go check them out, because there's going to be one every day. You're going to be like, hey, every day you go home from work, he's going to have another video. And what I'm doing this year is I'm tying on that generic vise to let everybody know that if you're a new fly tyer, you don't need expensive. I never even owned a Rinaldi or any of these. I don't know, man. I don't see the purpose of it. I owned the one I've been tying with for years was something like that. And then after that, when I actually got my first rotational vise, it was Don's vise, something like that. Tom's vise, something, $99, and I loved it. But what happened was this year I dented I wasn't paying attention, and I bent the end of it. So now I have to get another one, and instead of doing that right away, I just figured I'll just tie all my videos this year with beginner's vices, so that any beginner to my channel can really see that you can tie. And then we're going to take them flies, like we always do, all them flies fishing, so that you know that you can tie the flies I tie with a beginner vise, and you can catch fish. It don't need an expensive vise. Let me tell you straight up, from my point of view. And I've been doing this for 35 years. Okay? You don't need the best set of waders. You don't need the best jacket. You don't need the best rod in the world, or best reel, or best line to catch fish. Actually, I suggest, if you really want to do something, buy all the cheapest stuff you can buy and get a guide. Because you're going to get more information out of that guide than you are them expensive waders or jacket or rod, for that matter. I mean, that rod is nice, but it's not going to teach you how to cast. And where a guide, certain guides will take you out, they teach you how to cast, teach you to read water. All that's going to be more let you catch more fish than them expensive waders and jacket and rod. And you go out and buy the best sims they make and the new Helios 3 and never ever had a class, you're not going to be very happy. I know friends of mine or people I ran into, they said, oh yeah, I did that fly fishing thing when I was younger. And they have a GR Loomis and Sims waders that are all rotted out because they bought all that and then got to the creek and didn't know anything. Jeez, 8 pounds. Bought a Pete Vice 38 years ago, tying on an AA Vice for 38 years. See, AA, that's the other one I'll be using in my videos besides the one I show you is an AA. It's actually an AA. And that's what I'm going to use all year just to show that you don't need to have that stuff, man. You know, some good news I got. I said I'd talk about this, so I'll talk about it now. I said I'd talk about it later. I have a friend, me and him always never ever, we had always like Hodgman waders, always the cheapest stuff. We always bought that, and that led us to having more gas money to go fishing more. And so we get out of the car with our tie-dye jackets on, our shirts on, and the cheap waders and the cheap everything, and hit the water, and we'd be in the parking lot with these Sims guys. They're kind of giving a chuckle at us because we're long hair and everything, which I get on this channel on some of these comments, man. And we get out of the truck, walk down to the creek, and next thing you know, these guys up creek from us aren't landing anything, and me and Pick are slaughtering them in this hole, catching 5 or 6 where they didn't land any, and then going to the next hole. And it's just makes me and him laugh that people think because of what you're wearing or what you look like that you don't know what you're doing on the water. You don't know how to tie flies, which is hilarious to me. You got to be joking. That's like another thing is, guys, get this in your mind that when you get a female guide, they'll probably be the best guide you ever have. Keep that in mind. He said, Juan said he also he tied on that commercially. Probably he's talking about the AA, and so you don't need a Vice made of gold. I'm looking, actually, I found a new company that made one that looks exactly like a 360 Regal, made the same way, same thing. Every replacement jaws for them, $79. So I might even get that, and then I could do a review. Oh, another thing I did is I took all the commercials out. I noticed that you guys, a lot of people watching my videos, click off as soon as the commercial hits. And I know how it irritates me, so I got rid of them. But you might have to see commercials if you get sponsors, because that's how we're going to go for, I mean, them irritating ads made me $400 this year. Whoop-de-doo. I'm going to do that laying a couple block in the evening. So, I took them off. Equipment does not catch a fisherman. That's what I'm trying to get at. And I've, for years, like, people ask me a lot of rod, who I think makes the best rod, and or for what, who should I suggest to make 5-weight for, 4-weight, or who makes the best 3-weight, and who I recommend letting their 3-weight from. And I can't tell you that because I don't do all the Orvis, Loomis, Scott, all of them. I don't do them. I do. My rod was, I first started out with, I've had now, wow, 10, 15 years? I don't know, maybe longer. I bought for $110. And here was the thing, now to buy that rod is almost $300 because they were a company just getting started. Okay, like I went to, I don't know, you'd have to check out my Facebook channel to know this, but I should have put pictures up for the live stream of, we had a Cabin Fever Expo last weekend, which we went to, sick, sucked. But anyway, on that, we ran into a guy. There was only one fly fishing company there, And these guys make their own. Now they're an hour and a half away, but we're really thinking about making an hour and a half trip to go hang out at their shop, to talk to them, interview them, talk about their shop. Because it's if you're coming from out of state, especially if you're coming from out of state and you want to go check out Yuengling, PA's big brewery, they're right in the same town as Yuengling. So, and for them to, and they custom build and I think ship out rods to all over. So we're gonna get working with them, we think, and maybe we could, I don't know, maybe they'll give a discount on their rods to say, I don't know. We'll see what we can do with them. We're gonna work with them. So, see, they're a small company, and what I noticed is they weren't charging a fortune for their custom build rods or the rods they had there, and I like that, you know. Same way with we're gonna go kayak fishing this year. We ran into some people there, kayak fishermen, and they don't charge an arm and a leg for the kayak, so we're just talking to them. Alrighty, man. So, anyway, back to the fly fishing subjects. Sorry, what, you guys all went away because I started talking about kayaks, or? It is cold here. It's getting warmer now. It's raining again. Man, we've had rain since May. If it's not cold as heck and snowing, it's warm and raining. It's weird. Pennsylvania weather is weird. But yeah, I bet. I don't even want to talk about going out and the fishing and that. Okay, well, but say hello from South Dakota. I think that's it. See? Anyway, something else I want to talk about. You guys can all remember there was a big stink about the these. Can you see it? Let me see if the camera will focus. This is a felt bottom boot. Right? Felt bottom. They were saying that this was helping carry abrasive species from watershed to watershed. And they figured out, they finally found out that that's not true. That this is not leading to invasive species any more than what your laces would be on your shoes. Like getting them caught in like the laces and down in here. And so I want to let you know that if you're coming from watersheds, especially if you're coming to my watersheds, and you're coming from another state, country, whatever, just take these, put a very little bit of bleach in the water in your sink, in your tub, or outside in your work garage or whatever, and then put these in them, let them soak for a little while, pull them out, let them dry, and they'd be good. But I want to tell you the difference between this. See, I bought these when that scare came out, just to find out later that it didn't matter. And these are Tracy's. These are beat up. These are old babies. These beat up shoes, you know. And these are pretty bad too. And these don't help that I've been wearing these at work. I have a very wet job, so I got to wear waders at work, which is kind of ironic because I said I wanted a job where I could wear waders every day, and that's not what I had in mind. But hey, I mean, even though that, you know, I don't know. I talk about being a guide, and I don't know if I would like it or not, because then I wouldn't be able to fish. I'm all moved around. All right, now. Whew. Yeah, I know. So that's South Dakota is one of the states. Yeah, I know some states that did it. Maryland, I think, is one in our area that did it. All right, man. See you from Hugh. I'll see you later from Canada. Look forward to showing you. Oh, let me get to you before you go. Most of these ones are ones you need to have. So make sure you don't miss any. See you later from Canada. There is states, so you got to check if you're traveling, which state you're going to, if you're allowed to have these felt bottoms, or if you had to have hard bottoms. Most likely, I'm going to switch over. I don't see the difference in gripping the creek bottom here where I live. I mean, most of ours is freestone or limestone, and they work pretty good in them. I had them, and Tracy had the felt bottoms. The only thing is, I don't like the hard bottoms for so much when your rocks are slippery. When you get slippery rocks, that kind of stinks a little bit. But okay. I wanted to let you all know that the videos this week, we're gonna make 3 playlists. I don't gonna shoot the intros to the playlist. I gotta do that yet, so I guess I gotta shoot that video yet and get it out. But the playlists are gonna be 3 playlists. It's gonna be Tracy's picks, and these are alright. First of all, let's do the first playlist so that excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, as Vaughn says, yeah, they changed that, Dave. Oof, jeez. Anyhow, and Vaughn says where he's at, they need them very slippery, so they need felt bottoms there. So yeah, if your rocks are really slippery, you better go with felt. And it's a lot more safe in like slippery rocks or big slippery rocks. I did notice that wearing them this year. So what I was saying is the flies we're gonna do. One is must-have halves, or some must-have in your box, or must-haves. Now they're gonna be like ones that if you ask every tire from here to Vaughn that you must have. Say pheasant tail, okay? Bead head, pheasant tail. I would say bead head Frenchie more than the bead. If you're gonna put a bead head on, you might as well add a hot spot. You should have non-weighted bead heads or non-weighted pheasant tails too. So there's stuff that everybody would agree with. Woolly bugger, stuff like that. Ones that everybody must have in their box. Then there's my picks, like the white SOB is would be my pick. Pheasant nymph, yeah. As you see, as I'm tying them, you guys in other places might have different name for it. Like, so if you do, if I say, okay, well, I kind of created it, I don't really create it. I kind of just went off other people's ideas. It's just one that you won't find anywhere else, which I find a lot happens. I'll look up the fly that I made and see what I should call it, and can't find it because really nobody covered it. So then I call them kind of my originals, or everything fly fishing originals, really, not my originals. If you find them here and you say, oh, that's a thing, and show me a picture, and it's exactly what I tied, I'll be like, oh, yeah, okay. So, like, yes, pheasant nymph, or pheasant tail nymph. Would be one. And then you got Tracy's picks, which it seems to me, I didn't get any Tracy picks out. Tracy likes to fish with the most complex fly. Like all her favorite flies, all lively legs, which I love the lively legs, man. You guys, it's LEGZ, LIVELYLIGZ, and check them out. Go check them out. They don't give me sponsors either, and I'd love them to be a sponsor. So make sure you tell them, if you can, that we sent you, and say, hey, you should sponsor this guy. And that'd be great, man, because then they might, send me free stuff. But I use a lot of lively legs, which I actually ran out, I think, of olive. So the olive lively legs this time will tie with black legs, which I had black, she had olive, and it didn't seem to matter much in the beginning of fishing season in the spring if it was black or olive. Really later on in the season either, as long as the body was olive and the well, you'll see when I tie them. Another thing she likes is the golden stones. They're way more complex than even the olives. So you got picks like that. Tracy will not leave at home. Then you got Tracy loves the, because she just likes fishing them, and she has a lot of luck fishing them, is the blue, not the winged olive, the blue dun. Is it the blue dun? Something like that. Blue dun. I'll have to look that up. Put me on the spot. Thought of that and didn't know the name. Hare's ear. Hare's ear. That would be one that you would have to have in your box. Yeah, and I want to tie them in small. Like everything in the first week, because some of you guys know, and your state might not be different. I don't know. I know tailwaters, a lot of these guys say that it's like that. Most everything right now is small here in PA. Oh, I messed it up. Try to adjust my camera there. It's a little high in the air. Oh, let's see. There we go. That's not as bad. Yeah, the hare's ear, but everything right now in PA is small. So everything I'm tying right now, you got beginning of the year will be small, and we'll go as my picks will go change throughout. That's throughout the year, goes throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? Is wow, getting it right here. Hold on, I gotta make some adjustments. Yeah, that's okay. So, like, after this will be like our caddis hatches. I think is the first one you got. Is Grandam. Buick 52. No, man, I never heard of that fly. Do you want? I'll have to go back. See, I have to go back and remember these. I gotta make sure to go back and see these comments. When you guys leave comments on the live stream, what you can really do would be appreciate, like especially Yvonne, is go back and put this in a comment after it's posted as a video, because then I can read your comment. I don't think these comments come up on my comments later. They just I have to read them. We have to go back and read them. So remember, that'd be really helpful if you could put that on a comment after the video is posted. So yeah, I will look it up. I'm not gonna do that while you guys are all hanging out. But yeah, I'll go back and look it up then. I love that. That's awesome. Like I just recently heard about Top Secret Midge, which I gotta tie them up. You should have. That would be one of mine, because not everybody's gonna be like, no, I don't have find it necessary to have a Top Secret Midge in my box, but in PA they're deadly, and so that'd be a pick I would say, that would be something that everybody in PA would say. Because people be like, hey, like I was talking to these guys at some of these shows, and they're like, I don't go anywhere below 18. 18's it, Let me give you a little kind of an idea. If you don't like tying on smaller hooks than the size 18, you can always take a size 18, split the hook in half, and just tie on the half of the hook. Like I'll be showing you one of them later in the year when we do tricos. Excuse me. I seen a real clever way of tying tricos that helps you hook up with more fish that I want to try. So when the tricos hit, I'll be tying them up and testing them out. I always test the flies. Like you won't see me whip up a fly and go, oh, it's not going to work. And a lot of times I can honestly tell you if that fly is going to work before I fish it. because of all the years of experience. I'm like, well, this works. You know, like one of the new ones I'm gonna try is olive copper or olive copper John, which I know that they work. They're gonna have to work. The copper John's such a good thing that I'm pretty sure. I'm just checking out because I'm getting a lot of people talking, but it says one viewer. But anyway, a lot of you guys watch this in a replay too. A lot of replay action. So I'm glad you guys can. At least I have to talk about something that's information to the replay people. Yes, the small black stones, we call them needle flies. And you can get a fake wing, a little fake wing that almost looks like the back of them wings. Fold it over, tie it so that the two wings are laying like this. Clip them so that you can make the backs uneven. Lay that on top of the size 20, because that's about how long the body. If you ever look at the stone fly, the body is only like real little on that, size 20, maybe even 22, and then suspend that wing material out past about twice the length of the shank of the hook, and you got the needle fly. Brookie videos this season, yes. I want to do, that's the wild trout here, or the native trout here, brook trout, PA. Yeah, and you will see when we fish for the brookies here, it's hard to find the big boys. I know where there might be some. I got a secret location that I'll take you to that we might be able to hook into some. Yeah, see, when you look up at my views, I can see all your comments now through the streaming service I had. Like, I didn't used to be able to do that, so I had her computer going, which I can actually shut this. I don't even really need it. To read the comments, I had to have her read them, or I had to go on her laptop and watch the streaming live to actually, and that's why I keep looking up. If my eyes, I'm sorry if I'm not really looking at you in the replay, people, but I'm reading comments. So when I read the views up there, viewers, it says 1, and it's been 1 since I started, and I know it's got to be wrong because I was on, so I was on her live streaming, watching, and so how can I have 1 if there's anybody else on here commenting? I should have at least 2. All right, let me situate myself. Oh. So yeah, I've been sitting here making videos. I still got to go back, put thumbnails and stuff like that on to make it look good, so you guys like them. But they're pretty good. I was really cool that I could whip out 5 of them. That means I can do a weekend. I could whip out a month's worth of videos, or at least 2-3 weeks worth on a weekend, and then don't have to worry about it. There, one of the cats knocked over my light, so now I'm going to be dark on this side of my body. Ooh. Okay. So, let's go recap. Okay. We don't have no need to buy a beginning fly tying kit because the materials they give you crap. Buy a cheap vise. Go buy hackle packets. You can buy packets of hackles in like 5 or 20 or something like that, 100. Go buy hackle packets so you get good quality hackles. Hooks separate so you have all the different kinds of hooks to tie all the flies. And what you do is you go back in my videos, watch all my old tying videos where I talk about the materials as I'm tying them. A lot of people are like, why don't you put a materials list? Because I know what I used to do. Like I'd buy people's catalogs and see material list or something, and hopefully put them in there, and I wouldn't buy nothing from them. I was just using them catalogs to learn how to tie and get pictures of what I was tying. So I could look up the recipe, look up the picture, and I could tie it. I didn't need to buy them. And that's what people were apparently doing. They would not, my views went when I put them material list on my videos, because I think people were just looking at the material list and they didn't have to watch the video. So my views went. So And that's what's most important to YouTube right now is watch time and views. So. Okay, an F fly in size 26-28 seems to work well for the teeny stonefly. And David, you actually seen trout eating the little stoneflies? That's the only problem I've ever had with the little teeny needlefly, stonefly in our area. I've never seen a rise while they were on the water. Like, I'd see them all over the snow, go fishing, and not one fish rising, and the flies that were catching the fish underwater were not little, well, I guess they could be little black zebra midges, I guess little black, but I never seen a fish rising for an adult little black stone. So that's just why I never tied them. I'm just telling you how you could tie them. A larger gap. Now, I do not know. I've always used mustads, and I just started going away from the mustad hooks altogether. And I still use them. Don't get me wrong, but I had some problems with small mustads straightening out. As you're talking about the gap between the hook and the bottom of the bend, so like you're talking about the top of the shank to the bottom of the bend, that was in the tricos when you're tying in a size. They tie a size trico in a would be a scud hook, because the gap between the tip of the thing and the shank is much higher, because it don't go straight, it goes like that. And they were saying tying your tricos on something small like that, and then using half of a size 20 would make you would be able to tie. It would be like a 28, 29, and that would give you a gap. That would be for setting the hook. As far as tying, you mean the eyelet to tie the fly on? I don't know. Like I said, I'll use mustads. So the only reason I never used the mustad is I used some lip splitters from Lively Legs, and they sent them to me for free. So that's why I used their hooks. Dayton, I says I have a spot for 10 to 12 inch natives. Let's go. All right, man. AF Fishing, all small letters. EF Fishing at Yahoo. Send me an email and we'll hook up. Okay, cool. Right on. Anybody wants to get a hold about coming to PA and fish with me? That's EF Fishing. So it'd be F. Everything fly fishing. All small. EF Fishing at Yahoo.com. Yeah. But anyway, that's how you get a hold of me. That's an email I set up for just my Facebook or my YouTube channel. So you can go there and get a hold of me and say, hey, let's go do some fishing. Or if you come to PA, right on. See, I think that's why I'm starting to change my mind. I was like, man, I really want to get a guide service, but then I'm always guiding. I think I'd have more fun saying, hey, if you come to PA, let's hook up and go fishing, and I can videotape the whole thing, which is all I didn't get to tell you. We got some new fishermen joining the crew, and we might have some video people joining the crew who could shoot videos when we're out in the creek with the new awesome camera, so we'd have all this footage. And I'm upgrading to the new GoPro because it shoots in 4K, so the footage will look amazing. And we're gonna have people shooting footage on the side of the water. This is gonna be great. Videos are gonna go in quality way up. You'll see. I just gotta upgrade my editing skills. Blue quill. That's the one. I couldn't think of what I was called earlier. Thanks, Tom. Came through to tell. Oh man. You came through to let me know what I was trying to say, and that's Tracy's favorite. So that would be one of her picks in the new tying series. Would be Tracy's picks would be the blue quill. She loves them. Yes. Blue quill parachutes. I got a tie for her because I hate the duck wing. Oh, I could do it. I've done it in videos. I hate duck wings. Green Caddis Outfitters hooks. No, I haven't. Is that, I mean, where I can go pick them up? Or do I got it, or is that online? You have to let me know about that, Dave. So anyway, I was thinking, and I'd rather do that. I don't know if I'd want to be always outfitting every weekend. I think I'd rather be making videos for you guys and kicking it on that and working on sponsors to make money. Right now I got a 40-hour week living. I've been doing that for years, so the videos won't be as many as they used to be because I work all winter now. Before I was Mason, I didn't work in all winter from Thanksgiving to beginning of March, sometimes April. I didn't work, so I could make videos all the time and go fishing all the time, and so 40-hour week all year long. Don't get the time, but see, now I'm going to learn how to make videos and stack videos so I can make 2 videos a week. And then on the weekends that she has to work, I'll edit the videos for the fishing so that we can put them out throughout the week too. So you'll have fishing with the big group of guys. We're going to have a heck of a group this year to go fishing. Hopefully I'll be going all over PA and stuff to fish, and maybe some New York trips, and who knows where else. Maybe to go visit Vaughn if I'm allowed to when he gets back to me about this Canada and the DUI law, whatever, that I just found out about. So I know we're going to New York to visit an old friend that made a tying video here. We're going to go visit him and talk to him and do an interview with him. How life tried to make him not be a fly fisherman anymore, and guess what? Life didn't win. He won. Actually, many times over. Oh, I'd have to go back and see what I did in the blue quill. Because that could have been that I got some wing material that was in videos for a while. It was called, I think, Up and Down Wings. And there was a link in the videos. And I think he still has a website. But I got him at one of the fly tying shows. They're a really cool grayish material. I think they'll also make great shucks if I still have any, man. I had bags and bags of them, and then I think I lost them. I'll have to go back and see if I have them. But they were cool. Cool. I loved them. If I could just buy, and it was just yarn that the guy burnt together, but I couldn't seem to find the floating poly yarn, Zelon, whatever you want to call that stuff, in that color, in white, brown, and black. But no yarn in a grayish, light gray, tannish wing color, and he had them, so I bought up 2 bags of them, and which I haven't been back since. And I don't know if I'm gonna get to Lancaster this year. I think the weekend that Lancaster's going, she has to work, and I think I'm gonna go fishing because we're probably going to pick up our fishing license today. Because next weekend she is off, and it looks like it's not going to be too cold around here anymore, so we're going to go and do some fishing. Tracy's big brown trout back in 2 years ago, the first one she ever caught over 20 was on the blue quill, and which I didn't have any tied for her, so we bought them at the Slate Run Tackle Shop. Which you don't tie my flies like I do, and you just watch fishing videos and want to just fish. Good place to pick them up is your local tackle shop. Orvis has awesome. One thing I give Orvis is they're freaking little places that they have. It's just loaded with different ties. It's amazing. I thought the New Jersey show already happened in February or something. I missed it. It was like the 4th or 9th or 14th or something, I thought. So I already thought it happened. No, if it didn't happen yet, maybe. I don't know. It depends. If Tracy has off, I'm not going to drive 2 hours to go to a show and then and come home because she don't want me to go and stay over there. And it's so it depends if she has off. You have to let me know when it is. If you'd actually know the dates right now, I could look it up, tell you if it might be a possibility or not. If Tracy is off, it's a very good possibility. Of course, you know, it's hard to get Tracy and me off the stream once we start. And we're starting next weekend, which would make it the 1st of March. Will probably be our first day on the creek. No, 2nd of March will be our first day on the creek. And the 3rd of March will be our second day probably on the creek. So there you have it. So I don't know if we'll make it. Let me see. Is there anything else I didn't cover? Yeah, I thought it happened in February. And the Lancaster one is happening on the weekend she worked. And I was going to drive down. But man, you know how much of a pain in the butt that is for me to drive to Lancaster. And then I got to park a block away and carry all the video equipment down the streets. And I just don't really appreciate doing that because it's not like a remote area. It's like a city. And I do like cities. I'm born and raised out here in the country in our area, and it was always country, and you know, I don't like cities. I don't like the cluster of a city. So weird as it is, Tracy makes me feel a little more like I can deal with the city when she's with me. I don't know why that is, but yeah, Tracy has to work. So, let's see. Did it cover everything? It covered the boots. The reason why that felt does not no longer spread. And bleach. Very mild bleach solution. Will very fast. Doesn't take long for bleach to kill them. Anything that you're going to spread. So, bleach them. Let them dry. Good to go. Excuse me. Yes, and most everything you tie nowadays on the water, like if I'd have to tell you what to take to the creek if you're coming to PA right now, would be your scuds, your little teeny micro pheasant tails and stuff like that. So anything that represents the blue-winged olive should be, who knows when that's going to poke out its head, and definitely something you should have. And all the other, like, if we don't have a video that we think that, you know, like, not everybody thinks they're going to have, that has a blue-winged olive in their box. Some people don't fish when the blue-winged olives are coming out. So that would just go in our regular tying videos, by the way. So, if you wondered, we're going to still put videos on the tying playlist, too. These would just be ones that we think that you should not go to the creek without. Tracy's, mine, and every fly fisher across the world, probably. You'll have a cough. So that's, I think we're about done with today's live. Nice talking to you all from all over, again, all over Canada. Hello from Canada, and hello you guys from all over the world. Come to see us on our live streams, and look for them videos Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every day this week. When you get home from work, well, maybe not, because I don't get home to work from work till 5. So you didn't figure to post it till 6. When you're home every night, you're gonna have a new tying. So get down at the bench, watch the new tying video, tie it up. When you hit the wire, boom, you'll be ready. And this will keep going on. I think we're gonna do 2. There might be some weeks where we only get to Thursday's videos, but we're gonna try and do one every Tuesday and Thursday. But like I said, there might be some weeks we only get one on Thursday. Depends on how much fishing we do. Once the fishing season comes, I'd still like to get 2 a week, but we'll see how it goes. See how hard it is to do that. And check out all the time videos this week. And what did we say? Keep your lines wet, out of the trees, and only give them fish a sore lip. And see you on the water.